Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Buki. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and if you're an old subscriber, welcome back as well. On the channel today, I will be showing you all how to achieve a simple holiday look. It's the Vlogmas month. I have been showing you guys how to style your outfit, how to do this, how to do that. I think it is very important that you also know how to achieve a simple or an easy makeup look for the festive season. And when I'm thinking about the festive season or like a typical holiday makeup look, I'm thinking like, glittery eyes and red lipstick. So keep watching this video to see how I will be achieving the look. The very first thing I like to do is to apply some Vaseline on my lips to keep my lips moisturized so they don't look chapped while I have my lipstick on. So I already did that off camera and I use just basic petroleum jelly. Up next, skin prep. It is very important. I already applied some moisturizer, but I will be using this Advanced Snail 96 Mucin Power Essence from COSRX. I just kind of like the consistency of this. It is this jelly slimy product, and that just really helps really honestly speaking, it could serve as a primer that just helps prep my skin for my foundation and every other thing I'll be applying on my face. Quick disclaimer, I am not a makeup artist. However, because of what I do, like being a content creator, having events to attend, and being a fashion creator as well, I had to learn how to do my makeup myself, and it involved a lot of practice. So that's why I am not a makeup artist. And over here, there are no rules as to how certain things must be done. I'm just doing my makeup how I do it and how I love it. And the truth is, people always ask me like, oh, how do you get your face beat? Like, because my makeup always pops, like always, and you guys can attest to that. Like, so I'm just going to be showing you guys how I do my makeup. Yes. After applying the Snail 96 Mucin Essence, I go with a primer. And why do I use a primer? Of course, it helps to it serves as a good base for your makeup products, like just so that it can stay very well and be in place. But I just like to apply primer on my T-zone, and the primer I'm using is this one from Maybelline, and it is called the Master Prime by Face to Do. So I basically concentrate this or focus this on my T-zone areas I tend to sweat a lot. So the primer has been applied. Up next, I will be going in with a setting powder just to set my entire face, because when you're thinking, holiday glam and everything has to be in place. Honestly, like everything has to be in place. It's just me trying to use my setting powder and a powder applicator or puff. So my face looks much more matte after setting it with the powder, and the powder I use is one from Morphe. Next step will be to apply my foundation, and my foundation of choice is this one from Huda Beauty. It is called their 4 Filter Luminous Matte Full Coverage Liquid Foundation. This foundation, I got it on one of my trips to the United Kingdom, and I was just looking for that full coverage, really nice foundation for me. So I went to Selfridges with one of my sisters, and we finally settled for Huda Beauty, and we tried it on at the store. It was perfect. Just apply some pumps on my brush. I'm using a basic brush, and guys, with makeup, right, I don't I don't stress myself so much. Like, I don't run or chase after, not chase basically, but I don't buy things I don't need, if that makes sense. Like, I buy things that I need, like for a basic or a simple makeup look. I don't have like so many foundations or so many concealers, and when I like something, I just stick with that. So I'm just pressing this in. This foundation, the shade match is perfect. Next thing I like to do is to set my brows in place, right? And what I'm going to be using is this edge fixer. It was in my Walmart beauty box, and since I've been using this, I've not had a reason to buy a brow gel, so I just use this brush from my old brow gel just to brush my brows in place in upwards direction. That's what my brows looks like after applying the gel. Then I like to set my brows also with powder, so I just use this brush just to tap this in and then set my brows. And the powder I'm using is the Milani Minerals Compact Makeup Powder in Warm. This also serves as my, I use it also as my like day-to-day powder. So just setting that in place. The next step for me will be to go in with my concealer, and the concealer of choice tonight will be this one from Morphe. I'm actually like almost running out, but I haven't purchased another one, so we're just gonna do that. Honestly speaking, I feel like with makeup application, right, there are really no rules. Just do what works for you. Just do what works for your face. I personally don't like to try new things, because once you give me the once I figure out that my face is snatched using this particular technique, I just stay there. Honestly, I legit just stay there. And then on my nose as well. This what's it called? This concealer from Morphe is like my go-to, and I'm gonna buy it again. I'm gonna buy it again because I like it. And then over here as well. So I'm gonna leave that to dry up a little bit. And then in the middle, I just like to go in with a concealer like much more lighter than the one I have on. And this one is from Maybelline New York. It's like a drugstore concealer. And I just put it in the middle of like my, can you guys see? So this is what it looks like, and just a little bit more here. So I let that dry up for a bit. So while that is drying up for a bit, I don't just like bend my concealer immediately. While that is drying up, I then go in with my contour. And honestly, I know this is like so outdated, but I genuinely do not care. Like it works for me. So I genuinely do not care. All right, so I just go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer just to do my contour. And this shade is called Dark Cocoa. Guys, there was a time this had us in chokehold, bro. So I basically just contour my face. There's this technique I do again as well. I kind of like bring the contour down in here, like draw something like a C, so that because I have really visible and sharp jawline, so I need to enhance it some more. So I just do the C stuff. I'm honestly not sure where I learned this technique from, but I just found myself doing. And then my jawline as well is not left out. It is not. Like blend in. Can you see how like my face is gonna be? So while waiting for my concealer to set in, I like to go in with my brow pencils just to sort out my brows. I feel like this is step by step exactly how I do it. I like to do my brows while my concealer is just setting in. Pencils of choice will be this one from a Nigerian brand. I don't know if you like an African brand, but I know that they're kind of like popular in Nigeria. They're called Davies. So I have a darker one and I have a lighter one. This is what they look like. Very, very, very affordable, not expensive at all. So I kind of like going with the darker one first and just trace my brows. And I'll go in or fill it in with the lighter one, just in strokes, upward strokes. Guys, I honestly cannot believe I am doing a makeup tutorial. Like, how? Rookie of 2022 would never. I'm going with my brow brush to brush all the hairs in. So now that I am done with my brows, like, I will still have to conceal, but I want to start blending in my my contour and highlight. So I just use a beauty blender to blend in the contour part. Just tap it in. Just tap this in, and then other side as well. Can you guys see that definition? Like, what? So then I go in with this one just for the lighter part. Like, we're just tapping, just tapping. I'm also going through my eye. I make sure to tap in a lot so that everything blends properly and there are no harsh lines. So then I also now this is what it looks like blended out. I'll now be contouring my nose. Honestly speaking, knowing how to do your makeup yourself as a babe will save you a lot of money, a lot of time. Like, you're not depending on anybody. And being somewhere here, like somewhere like America, where you don't even have the luxury of so many makeup artists around you, like the best thing I've been able to do for myself. After blending out my concealers, I just take my powder puff, get some powder from my setting powder, and just tap that in just to set everything I have done. My apologies, guys, if you guys are hearing some noise. The people in my apartment complex are just moving everywhere today, and I still have to get the video out, video recorded, right? So now that is done, I'm going with my concealer to highlight my brows with my little or tiny angle brush. Honestly speaking, guys, there's really no manual to this makeup thing. Just do what works for you, what works for your face, and you set yourself free. I like the line. I just try to blend that in so there are no harsh lines. Thing in. And you said I'm going with my foundation. I'm going to be using this one from Maybelline. It's just fit me, just to clean the top of it and make it fall in shape. My brows are done. I just go in with some concealer. Prep your eyes for the eyeshadow. And of course, again, I blend this in with the with the beauty blender. I set that in with my powder again. Then I use this brush to just blend out the outer, like the upper part of my brows, just to clean it. Up next, I go in with this Pro Primer from LA Girl. Just serves as the base for my eyeshadow. So we're doing a gold eyeshadow look, and I'll be using this palette from, I got it from Ulta Beauty. It is a brand called J-Cut Beauty. It just has the basic essentials, like maybe not essentials actually, but it has like glittery holiday vibe. The first color I want to use is this one. That is what I'm going to be using to go in. I don't even know these makeup terms, but I just know that I know how to do my makeup. Can you guys see that? Then I go in with this darker one. or whatever shade. It's not as dark though, but and then for the actual gold eyeshadow, I just spray some setting spray on my brush. This is the brush I'm going to be using, and I'm going with this gold one. I think I'm going to do this gold one. I go back in with the transition colors just to blend out everything. I'll be going in with my liquid liner, and this one is from Elf. Or no, it's saying Beauty Concept, but I got it. Oh, Beauty Concept. I got it from maybe Target or TJ Maxx. I can't remember. So I just go. This is what the applicator looks like, and then I just go in. Can you guys see? Bro, it is difficult applying my liner on camera. I'll most likely do it in front of a mirror. The next thing I like to do is to go in with this one. I'll show you where. I just want some color underline here. I like to go in with my powder just to blend in any funny looking, like the eyeshadow part, just the top part. I just blend that in so the colors make sense and there are no like harsh lines. This is actually a face palette from Revolution. I got it when I went to London one time, and I really like it because it just has the basics, and this was in partnership with Patricia Bright. This is what it looks like, and just has the basics, like, you know, for highlights, the contour, and the blush. So I basically take my brush now and going with this dark one, this brown one rather, and just go over my to define my cheekbone some more. I'll also be using blush from this same palette, guys. I love blush so much. I just put that. I'm gonna blend it in, okay? I will blend it in. Not me looking like a clown, my goodness. But I like blush. I love blush so much. So, but I'll be blending that in. That's a word. This is what it's looking like right now. And I'm gonna take my beauty blender as well. Right now I am going in with my mascara, and this one is from Morphe. I think I got it one of my choices. It's the Morphe Make It Big Bold Black Mascara as well. I don't know if you guys can see, my lashes are kind of like thinned out, so it's always, they used to be curly before, but I don't know what really happened. They just thinned out, so I have to apply like a mascara first to get this ready for my lashes. We'll be doing lashes next, and I'm just going to be using this random one. I can't remember where I got it from, maybe Amazon or Target. And then my lash glue of choice is this one from Joe. This is the only lash glue I've ever used, or I always use. I don't have, like I mentioned, I don't have like a lot of products, so I just use, once I have one thing and it works, that's fine, like no pressure. Surprisingly, this just stayed. My lashes are done. I just will need to apply some eyeliner where the glue is showing, just so that it blends in. Just lining my waterline. So I basically lined my waterline. I go in with my setting powder, same one from Morphe, and then I'm going to be using my powder puff just to set my under eyes some more. Setting everything in place basically. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a bit. So I go in with my powder from Huda Beauty, and it is the glowish powder. I like this powder together with the foundation. Sorry, I'll just begin to set that in. I'm not sure where I got my brush from, but it's kind of old. Like the set is old. Yeah, my face is set right now. Now that we're done with my powder that I have set my face, I'm gonna use a setting spray, and this one I'm using is the one from Makeup Revolution, the Matte Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. And I just let that set my entire makeup, like put everything together. Alright guys, my face is set. I'm going to be applying my highlighter, but I like to go in with my setting spray on the highlighter brush. Yeah, and I'll also be using the highlighter, from this palette as well. I'm not going to leave on my nose as well, so I just tap it in. I will be going in with my setting spray one more time. I'm going to be applying my lipstick, and the lipstick of choice is this one from Morphe. I have shown you guys on the channel before, but first I will be using a lip liner, and I'm using this brown lip pencil. I'm going to be using a brush to apply that, so I'm able to control the amount of product I will be applying. Lipstick is so perfect, like so perfect. I'm just gonna be applying my mascara. I don't like to do that before applying my setting spray, so it just doesn't smear. So I am just gonna go and fix my hair so we have the full look. So this is the look.